Hey, buddy. You want to share that chair with her? Thanks, man. Sleeping?
No, dude. I'm in pain.
What's wrong?
My neck's hurting.
Oh,
My neck and my leg is hurting. All the legs are tingling. Went no already. My neck's still hurting.
You have like neck problems normally?
No, I broke my neck in February.
How's your neck?
Car wreck. You hear about it? Car wreck up on the road.
Must smell pretty bad, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, dude. I went out the back of the car. It swung out the, I exploded out the trunk.
What?
I was doing 110.
Uh-huh.
And the back tires, they busted at the same time. I went sideways. I locked up against the, what is it called? Things you put mail in.
Mailbox?
Yeah, the mailbox. I'm a brick mailbox. Dude, I'm aggravated as fuck right now.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm not excited to be here on my Sunday either.
Yeah, I'm not either. I was trying to go to church this morning.
Did you make it?
No.
Where church you guys in?
I was going to go to Church of God. The one in Grand Cove. I was going to call out, ask Kyle's grandpa if he could take
Never
me.
too late to find Jesus, man.
Mhm.
Bad life. All right.
Yeah,
You know, when I'm talking to you in here, I gotta read your rights.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is.
Can I get some water?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
Wouldn't do that way. He ain't done nothing bad to me.
It ain't done nothing bad to nobody. All I did was smoke a pot. You guys, Ted Anderson, Ted Murphy. I used to be a fucking alcoholic.
Back in the day?
Yeah, dude.
How old are you?
20.
You already been alcoholic?
Yeah. I had withdrawals when they arrested me. I had withdrawals.
I worked in the jail for almost 5 years, dude. And the worst withdrawals I've ever seen anybody go through were alcohol.
Dude, I
They
went
were
through alcohol. They tried to put me on medicine for it. I wouldn't take it. It
Yeah.
made me sick.
Yeah. Dude, I literally chased because I was trying to be nice, and the guy was in confinement. You ever been in confinement when you were there?
Yeah.
And the fucking dude thought that there was jets bombing him,
That sounds like a mess.
and then there was pink elephants, and I actually shot the planes down, and I went and caught the elephants, and they would calm the guy down for like an hour sometimes, maybe even 2. You know?
Ice cold water, man. Fresh from the tap.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. I know you've had a red to you before, but I still gotta do it. And you seem like you want to talk, but I gotta read. Okay? You know you have the right to remain silent. Yep. I can get your formal opinion. You have the right to answer ready. You get whatever. We'll whenever you question the situation. You can say anytime you have the right to answer questions or anything. All right. So that means you don't do what you want to. All right. So I guess now that we know you You understand all the rights?
Yeah.
Well, I
You
listen.
can't sign it with that one.
Yeah, nothing to it. I tell you what, you're gonna be cool.
Yeah. I ain't trying to stupid, dude. I ain't on that shit.
I'll have to put them back on when we walk out, okay?
That's
But
alright.
I'll give you a minute without them on. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's straight.
All right, man.
I'm not on some dumb shit, bro. Honestly, I'm really, really high right now. Trust me, it's really good part before y'all tackle me.
It's hours ago.
Dude, it's a good ass cricket.
Good ass, Ruby. Seem pretty straight right now. You don't seem like that.
Trust me.
A little more in pain than anything.
Oh, I'm in pain, but I'm high. I'm high still.
You understand what I read to you still there? You're not that
Yeah,
guy.
that's
Okay.
right there.
Yep. Sign print. Put your address.
Kind of like put it over here.
Put it wherever you need it. You need this?
Yes, I can.
No problem, buddy. So you know why you're here?
Yeah, you don't think I shot somebody, dude?
No. Well, no. I never thought. I don't think you shot somebody.
Well, what the hell was dude screaming when he talked about, like, he said that kid was breathing last night.
Who?
When he threw me on the ground,
Uh-huh.
he said kid was breathing last night, so deal with your neck pain.
Well, this is the bottom line. Is I believe you got caught up in an incident that got out of control. I don't think you had any intentions or what happened to happen, but you were there in the situation. Unfortunately for you, I don't know if you were drunk or whatever because you didn't
No,
wear.
dude, I'll take a
No,
drug
just hear me
test for alcohol.
No, I know. Or maybe because you didn't wear a mask or anything. The other guys did. The problem is, even the victims picked you out. You know what I'm saying? You're the only guy. I'd rather go in a little bit better order than that, but I'm just trying to be straight up and forthcoming with you, okay? They both already told us. Both of the girls have already told us. Allie and Celeste have already told us the whole story. With them too, that's how we know. Both. We're chasing Ozil or whatever right now. What's his name? Ozil,
I don't know.
the black guy that was at your house
You know,
last
girls,
night?
I don't hang out with niggers.
Okay. Not normally. Well, how did they end up? How did him and
I don't know how they got to my house. I've been smoking pot all day. I was literally, you can ask my neighbor, I was smoking pot with her all day.
yeah? Would you recognize him if we showed you a photo line of those people
I could, yeah.
to tell you he was there? Because here's what's happened. This is the bottom line. All right.
All right, what do I put right here? So I can
What's
use
your
the
address?
Your address. Do you have a permanent address right now?
Yeah, but there's one that's 50 and it could be 56. My grandma's crazy. She
Whatever.
changed my address,
Do
dude.
the best you can.
It could be 1950 or it could be 1956. It's the same property,
Okay.
different houses, you know what I mean?
That's not put 1950 and 1956. Okay. I appreciate you at least trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get drove for fair register.
Okay. So going along with what we were talking about, I'm basically here to ask you a simple question. I'm not really here to ask you whether or not you were there last night and involved in what you thought was probably going to be a petty ass little almost a game to take a little bit of weed from somebody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was what happened from
Is
listening to
that
him.
Granco or what is that?
It's Granco.
Your own house? 320-043.
I'm sorry,
It's okay.
it's a brain freeze.
It's no worries. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I don't believe from anything that I've heard from anybody else or from my, interpretation of who you are right now, that you're a killer, or that you even brought a gun to the party.
You don't carry gun, I'm not a pussy.
Well, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. But unfortunately for you, you're kind of in a situation where you kind of gotta tell us the truth. Let us know what happened.
Alright, well,
Identify these other people that did the shooting.
last time that happened, I'm sorry, I just had an attitude, I'm sorry.
Look at me. Have I gave you one?
No,
And I'm not going to.
apologize.
Okay.
I got Scott
I treat you for
to take advantage and lied to me last time. Told me to tell the truth. If y'all get me a lawyer that says right now I'm not getting charged with bullshit,
Mhm.
I'll tell you. But I don't know those dudes. To be honest, bro.
Okay. Do you want a lawyer right now?
If
Because you know I'm going to have to tell you the exact words I'm going to tell you. I can't make you a promise. All I can do is try to make you look as good as I can in the situation.
alright, well look,
So,
I
again,
was smoking pot all day.
okay,
I don't know what the fuck happened.
okay.
I was smoking that same pot that y'all found on me. That shit's good as hell. Mm.
Hurting that bad?
It's like a kink, dude.
Oop, don't do that.
I'm sorry.
No overspray.
Alright, please don't pepper spray me.
Yeah, no overspray.
Oh, I thought you said
I say you
Please don't
spray
I
it.
said don't overspray me when you cough. Put your hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was just a reaction.
No worries. Go ahead.
I was smoking pot with my retarded neighbor. My neighbor's like half retarded or whatever. I was smoking pot with him all day. And then I come back to the house and there's people there. Me and him leave. We go and I walk off. Well, I come back and then bullshit's happening. I'm like, whatever, dude, fuck this shit. I take off.
Well, what bullshit?
Dude, there's motherfuckers in my yard. I don't know what's going on. Two big ass niggers run up on Jit. And I hear gunshots and I take off. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I seen was some beer, dude. I went after the beer.
You just got the beer out of the cooler, which is what the guy
Dude, I
told
got
me.
8 beer out of the cooler.
They told me, the guy told me you went and got
Oh
it.
yeah, I was gonna steal his cooler, but I couldn't get it off. Dude, I seen a cooler full of beer, and
Right.
I didn't know they got shot. I just know they got beat up.
Right.
And I didn't give a shit, dude. I mean, they just pulled up in my yard, and there was 2 motherfuckers there, and they beat them up. That's all I knew.
Right. But you did hear a
I was
gunshot?
high as fuck, dude. I thought it was like firecrackers. To be
You said you
honest.
heard a gunshot there?
Yeah, I heard firecrackers, and I did have fireworks and stuff. But,
Yeah,
but to be honest, bro,
You said gunshot
I
first
mean,
when
yeah,
you were
you
just
did.
flowing.
I
you
mean,
said
they're
gunshot.
pretty. I mean,
They're pretty
you know.
distinct, especially
They
at
are.
that distance you're gonna
oh
know.
yeah. But
I mean, to enough,
You know where my
probably-
trash
You
can-
probably ducked a little bit when you probably heard it.
dude, you know where my trash cans are? Like, y'all haven't been in my house and shit, so.
I haven't personally,
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're
You
right.
ain't either?
nah.
Alright,
I've been here the whole time. Talking to everybody.
Like, my trailer's like this.
Mhm.
My driveway's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I was walking back from my retarded neighbors, I stopped right here in my trash cans. My trash can was in the middle of the road, and I grabbed that bastard and picked it up and was carrying it back down there to put it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen all that shit going on by that truck, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I didn't know what was going on.
What did you see?
I seen motherfuckers getting their ass beat.
Yeah, where did the black guys come from?
I don't know, dude.
I mean, they're in your Do you have like people live close to you and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I got crackheads that live all around me. Dude.
How were they dressed when you saw them beating up on the guys?
I don't know. I seen little pussy ass white boys getting their ass beat, dude.
What about the black guys? What were they wearing? You remember?
No, everything was blurred. Everything was fast as fuck. I was high.
Right. I figured you were because you didn't wear a mask, and they did.
Dude, I wasn't trying to rob nobody. I just seen them get beat up, dude. And I was like, oh hell yeah, there's a cooler full of beer right there.
Right.
The lid was open, dude, and there was a beer on top of it.
What was your goal? And so the victims don't have any reason to lie, so they definitely say you're the non-violent one of the group. They definitely did. You were kind of the out of place.
Yeah, dude, I was high as fuck and I wanted some beer.
Right. So hear me out. Okay. So the one guy's on the ground, and you go through his pockets.
No.
He didn't lie to anybody.
Dude, I don't. What the hell am I gonna go through somebody's pockets when I'm high as fuck
No,
for?
You
you're
may not even
somebody's
know why you
car.
did it, but because he said the funny
Yeah.
part was you went into his pockets. He had stuff in him, but you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
No. Tell me exactly why the fuck would I go in somebody's pockets and not take their shit, bro?
He said he didn't get it. He said he had like a credit card and a driver's license. Maybe he just didn't want a credit card and a driver's license.
Oh no, my dumb ass would have took that if I was high.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dumb ass would have took that. I would have went and got me a pack of cigarettes, dude. I haven't had a cigarette since like last night. I
Right.
dropped my last cigarette in the yard.
It does suck. I understand that. Well, here's the deal. The guy ain't lying to me.
I didn't go off in his shit. The blue shirt dude.
Mhm.
That motherfucker took off running at me and I decked him.
Blue shirt, dude.
When I
What do you look like?
I don't know. Dude had a blue shirt on. I hit him twice.
White.
Yeah, they're
The
all white
guys?
boys, dude.
Okay. You ever forgot out the driver's side or the passenger side?
I don't know. I was walking up and he took off running at me. He was screaming, "What the fuck!" And like he ran at me like.
What kind of vehicle they pull up in?
I think it was a Chevrolet.
Truck.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure, dude. I was high. I can't remember. It was one of the newer vehicles, but Chevrolet and Ford looked the same,
Okay.
so it could have been a Ford.
So you're there when? Do you see who shoots?
No, dude. I
Or
don't know.
which side of the truck the shooting came from?
I don't know.
Okay. So now there is going to be a little discrepancy, and like I said, I'm not trying to make the day worse by being an asshole. I'm not. This isn't me directly
No.
confronting you. This is me being an investigator. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Both the young ladies told us a whole story. Okay. And then the victims' stories really matched up pretty well with what they said. And
All right. So what are they telling you?
this basically in a nutshell that y'all planned just to do a drug rip. Y'all were gonna steal these guys weed and beer. But this guy supposedly always has weed on him. And don't get me wrong, it happens every day and people don't report it. And normally nothing bad happens like this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all I'm really trying to figure out, I mean, I 100% firmly believe that you were involved in the planning of trying to steal some weed because
How much time does that carry, dude? I don't.
Well,
That's
I mean,
PR.
well, that's exactly. But we want to get your
we're
story.
trying to get your story.
I know,
get
but
your
listen, I
story.
want to know how much time I'm looking at right now.
Why would I be able to tell you? I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
All I can do is
Wait.
put the best face forward for you to the people that are going to make
What are you
decisions.
going to charge me with?
It's according to
We got to get
Pretty much your side of the
your
story.
story, man. We got to know what happened.
Well, I know I'm already going back, and I really don't care because I have nothing out here, dude. But I
When
just
y'all-
want to know what I'm
were you
supposed to do.
planning? This is the real question. When y'all planned this robbery, did you plan on these people shooting somebody?
Dude, I ain't planning on shooting nobody. The fuck I look like shoot somebody. I'm not a pussy.
I understand that, but I need to hear it from out of your mouth. I'm understanding what you're telling me, but when you sat down and asked Allie to pick someone to come over as a junk steal the weed, right? Were you planning on someone getting shot that night?
Dude, nobody was gonna get shot. Nobody was gonna. I wasn't even there when they was planning this shit. They planned it. I was over at my retarded neighbor smoking pot all day. Listen, my nana's my little cousin Michaela.
What time were you at your retarded neighbor's house?
Right after the birthday party, that was at my nana's.
I don't know those times, so you tell me a little bit.
I don't know. I don't have a clock, so I couldn't tell you. But
Rough estimate?
what time's the sun come up? Or no, I was about a little bit before 12. I took the rest of the little crippy I had in my pocket. And I walked over to my neighbors and we sat and smoked. I had about an eighth, and we sat and smoked it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at like 1, 2 o'clock, I came back and I laid back down for like 2 hours,
Mhm.
and I passed out. Well, at like 4 or 5 o'clock, my little cousin Dakota brings me out some food and sits on the table, and then my little cousin Melissa comes out and talks to me and shit. And then once everybody leaves and shit, and everything quiets down, I go back to my retarded neighbors, and we sat and we smoked some more. And I talked to him. I asked him to find out where Allie's at, and Allie comes back, and I don't feel like going down there. I asked if they got a cigarette. They said no, they're smoking it right now. I'm like, whatever. I stay down here with my neighbor. I'm hanging out with my neighbor and shit, and I leave, and then he comes to my house, and big old black dude's there, leave again. My retarded neighbor leaves again, and then I leave. And I go get high as fuck, and then I come back.
And then what?
Shit happens, dude.
Right then when you get back.
As soon as I'm walking back up in the fucking yard, dude, there's a fucking truck there. There's one motherfucker over here on the ground. This dude's running up at me like he's about to do something, so I hit him with a two-piece. I didn't know what to do. He scared the shit out of me. Dude's just fucking running at me, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no part playing no goddamn robbery, bro.
Why would Allie and
Celeste.
Celeste lie about that?
It's my house.
It doesn't benefit them.
I know it doesn't benefit them, but it's my house.
Because
so.
they accept responsibility too. You know, ultimately.
Why would they do that? I mean, if they did, if they set somebody up, SOL.
But they told, when people don't generally tell on themselves and lie, they lie to help themselves.
I did. I told him myself. You asked Jay Brother, so I told him myself and lied.
Why?
Because I was trying to protect my little brother.
Well, that's a little different in this scenario.
Yeah, this ain't for that's blood. This is
You know what I'm
friends.
saying?
This is acquaintances.
Yeah, I know.
I think you're missing the point. I don't have any problem proving that you were part of the plan.
Oh yeah, I was there, but I wasn't there. I walked up on this shit, and then I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was just, so they came up in the yard talking shit, and these black motherfuckers that was at my house beat the fuck out of them.
Well, you said earlier you don't hang out with the black folk.
I don't, dude.
So what are they doing at your house?
But they're at your house, and you said you
Because
left them at your house because you
Yeah,
went to
people
neighbor's
just
house.
come and fucking go as they want at my house. Literally, when I was in Middleburg one weekend, and there was a party at my house.
Do you know Tori though, and you know Ozo, right?
No, who?
Ozo,
Who's Tori?
or that's what I heard. Y'all called him. I don't know Tori.
Only Tori I know is Tori Greenway that lives like right over here.
The dude,
My house
So
is
one
right
of the
here.
two black guys that was at your house.
I don't know.
What do you call him?
I don't know. I didn't call them anything because I don't know the motherfuckers. I don't hang out with neighbors, dude.
did you leave them at your house?
If they're Allie's friends, fuck them. I'm not gonna tell Allie to say, hey, your friends can't be here when I got people coming in.
Who is Allie to you?
Allie's my best friend, old lady on and off. And
So
she's like my sister.
so
She-
pretty much like your sister. Y'all been
Yeah,
friends for a long time,
pretty much.
really, and you trust her with your life.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. But the girl you trust with your life. I'll get you some more water in a second.
No, no, man. Maybe we get you water.
The girl you trust with your life, that's your sister, on and off old lady.
That's my buddy's.
But you
Kyle's-
but like your best friend,
Yeah.
like your sister.
Yeah,
That girl, that's the one that said that you were part of the planning of this robbery.
that's fucked up.
Well,
I think it's true.
I think it's true. I just think
Dude, why would I do that, bro? I don't.
we're not saying that you weren't saying you tried to kill anybody, brother. We're not saying you tried to shoot anybody.
Y'all apparently there was a couple rips that happened over the course of like a week.
I wasn't a part of them. Yeah, there was a couple, dude. I wasn't a part of none of them. I mean, yeah, there was one dude rolled up in my yard, big old, when we threw the party on July 4th, big time drug dealer that y'all already arrested, got all this dope and shit. Well, he rolled up talking about he got a pound of pot. I said, okay, fuck you. Well, Stu goes out there. I go to fuck Stu is. Stu comes out there to go to rob him and shit. Well, dude pulls a gun up in my yard. I get mad as fuck. Because I had like 3 or 4 beers in me, but that's it. I didn't have a lot of alcohol. I had like 3 or 4 beers. That's it. No pot. I got mad as fuck. I snapped. Try to fight him. I told him, I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about your pot. I don't give a fuck about your drugs. I'm just going to beat your ass for pulling a gun in my yard.
So, in your version of the story, these guys are at your house.
Can I take these fuck ass pants off?
No.
Oh, yeah, man, come on. It's hot, but I get it. All right, so these guys are at your house. You're
Mhm.
in and out. You come back. They're fighting, and you hear some gunshots. A guy charges you,
I heard one gunshot.
or you heard a gunshot.
I heard one. And
So a guy charges you,
the muzzle flash, when I seen the gunshot, the muzzle flash went straight up in the air.
and a guy hits you, or you hit a guy.
No, I never got hit. Dude,
He hit you.
I hit dude. Dude went to the ground, got up and kept on running. Like he ran like my driveway's right here. I got bamboo, there's big old bamboo bushes.
Right?
And then there's another driveway, and then there's bamboo bushes again. Well, he ran down that, and I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I thought he was running to go get a gun and come up in the front, like like shoot everybody. So I was like, no, fuck that. I took off after him. I was like, dude, get the fuck up, get in your truck and leave. The fuck y'all at my house for?
And then after you hit him, you just stole the beer. You were gonna steal the cooler, but you stole the beer.
Yeah, I took like 3 or 4 beers and took off.
Okay. Did you run with everybody else? Did you run with everybody
No,
else?
dude, I went to my fucking buddies.
Did you run for at least a little ways with the other guys?
No, I never ran with them.
Did you throw the keys back to them so that they could leave?
No,
Who
I never took their keys, dude. I
I
never
didn't say you
went.
took their keys,
I
but
never went. If I threw their keys back, how would I?
You need someone to give them to you.
there's 2 other guys. One of them
Yeah.
took the keys.
No, dude, I wasn't even messing with them. I seen beer. When I was walking back to the truck, I seen beer, and my eyes lit up. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I get free beer."
Yeah. Okay.
That I only took. There was a whole fucking 18 pack right there, and I only took like 3 or 4.
Right.
I don't know what happened to the rest of it, dude.
Okay.
That
Was there a guy on the ground when you were taking the beer?
Yeah, there was a guy laying right here, but he was getting up.
There was a guy laying on the ground when you were taking the
Yeah,
beer?
I was like, "Hey, bro, what the fuck
What-
you all doing?"
what was he
Get up,
wearing?
bro. It was a little wigger jit.
What's that? Explain. I don't have my Urban Dictionary pulled up, brother.
A little white boy that thinks he's black. On the
Mhm.
ground, he had like one of those muscle shirts. Think I'm a
Cut with his
badass.
sleeves cut off, or it had
Yeah.
full, or that's one of those tight fitting
Like
ones.
a fucking tap out shirt.
Okay.
And he was skinny as fuck. And like brown hair.
Longer?
No,
Not like this kind of long, but he had hair.
shorter than mine, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of like,
Tall, short,
lanky.
so like slender, lanky looking
Yeah,
guy.
kind of like me.
Okay.
And then there was one that kind of looked like, I thought it was Eddie Gustafson for a minute.
Where was he sitting? At?
Passenger seat.
Passenger seat. Okay.
Okay.
He never got out of the truck. Or no,
Truck.
he did get out of the truck. He got out and he got back in, sat down, and was like, "Hey, are we leaving?"
How about that? Was there anybody else in the truck?
And it was that blue head, blue
Or
shirted
the
dude.
blue guy that rushed you?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That guy's the one that rushed you.
I didn't even hit him, or I hit him with a 2-piece in the jaw.
Right.
And he fell. And he kept falling at me. Got up, and kept running. So I chased him. Didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He laid curled over. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck,
At
man?"
that point, you chased him. Where was the other 2 black guys at?
I don't know.
That guy-
Because when I came back, dude, everybody.
That guy in the
They were
blue
gone.
shirt, he curled up in a ball on the ground.
He curled up in a ball. And I was like, "Dude, get the fuck up. What are you doing?"
He was shot. He was dying.
He got up, dude. Shit.
Yeah.
When dude got up, dude just stood there and looked at me and was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I said, "I don't know what the fuck happened, bro."
Yeah, he was dying.
And
He was dying.
he said, "I just want to go." I said, "Well, come on, go to your fucking truck and leave." The fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He's bleeding out. All right, I'm gonna give you a few minutes because I just got to run here and ask a question. All right. The only thing I'm gonna say is I appreciate the cooperation you have provided. I do believe you're still holding out just a smidge.
Dude, I don't know what.
I mean, I don't want you to. There's nothing to get mad about. I'm just being honest with you on what I
Can I
feel.
smoke a cigarette and please?
You gonna tell me the whole truth?
Yeah.
Like,
you
that's
got a
right.
Marlboro Red 100 somewhere?
Nah, I got a mint though.
Ain't got nobody in here that's got reds.
No, I only have my cigarettes because they called me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Alright. What kind of menthol you got?
It's smooth. Marble smooth.
Alright, yeah, I can smoke those.
Cigarette, man.
Yeah, I
This
know,
one.
but
All right.
I'm picky. I'm really
But I ain't just wasting my time. You're gonna have to just go ahead and
I
tell me
know.
the rest of the story. You know them a little better than you're telling me. All right, and you were a little bit more intricate for it, and you can be a witness
Dude,
to a lot that happened.
I know Ozell, but I had no idea he was gonna be at my house. I wrestled with him. That's how I know him. And I
Okay.
wrestled my freshman year.
Okay. And what about the other guy?
I don't know the other dude. I don't know none of them.
Okay.
I don't even know Ozell like that, bro.
So why was he over there?
I don't know. Probably get pot or something.
Come over and hang out and get hot. Get hot.
Probably.
All right. Well, what I'm saying is think this through for a minute. Get your mind right. I'm gonna get you to tell me the rest of the story because you're gonna be a better witness than you're being right now.
Can we go outside and smoke a cigarette while I think about it?
No, give me a minute.
Give me a minute. I can
Well, let's
find
think
one
first.
too anyway. Don't carry them on me. I don't smoke.
Alright. Can I get more water real quick?
Yep.
Lord Jesus, I know I'm messed up. My life is over.
All right, brother. I appreciate your cooperation so far, man. I really do. And I got the photo allowance that we talked about, okay? While
Shut
we're
that door all the way.
Yep.
yeah, I don't want anybody to hear this. While we're doing this, I really want you to remember something, okay? The critical fact in this case, the critical fact, right? What I want someone to tell me what happened to the most is who pulled the trigger. Okay? So just think about it while I read this stuff, okay? That's the critical fact, okay? That young man's dead. I'm confident that you can tell me who pulled that trigger because let me tell you, listen one time.
No, I'm not saying
all the
you
way
just
up.
listen.
Listen.
Let's hear it now.
You and Ozell hung out after that. Okay. Nobody doesn't talk about it.
Sir,
Everybody talks about it. No scenario where y'all don't have a conversation about it.
Ozell don't know. Ozell don't know which one because he said they both. He said they both did it. They both pulled triggers, but he said that he didn't think that he pulled the trigger and hit nobody, and his uncle says that he don't know if he did or not.
So they both shot.
No, they didn't one of them know which one.
Okay. Well, both people are shot.
But I couldn't pick you out, dude. I just know who they are. I know Ozell, but I know Ozell because I wrestled with him when I was 15.
Was
16.
Ozell the one on the driver's side?
I couldn't tell you which one was on the driver's side. We was all over the place, dude. I wasn't all
I mean,
over
with
the
the
place.
guy running and all that stuff. I mean, that should have came up in conversation. Did he talk about the guy that was running and said he was shot?
Ozell didn't see the guy that took off running. They were already gone. Like they ran in front of the truck, in front of my house, up by my pickup, down through my nana's yard, and took off running.
Which
east.
one ran first?
They both ran at the same time.
I thought one of them took off first.
No, yeah, they did. One of them took off first, and then
Which
one
one
came
took
back.
off first?
I couldn't tell you which one.
Okay. So I'm wanting to say again, I'm making sure here, I just want to think that it was you that had this act of generosity. Did you get the keys from them and throw it back?
No.
And say, if you come back to my uncle's house again, he's going to shoot you right?
Oh yeah, I told them if they come back to my uncle's house, they were gonna get shot for
But
real.
did you toss their keys back to them? That's all. I mean, it's just it doesn't make.
I didn't know the
Like a
keys
hill of
got
beans,
took, dude.
yeah. So did you see one of the other people do it?
I didn't see the keys get took. I didn't know the keys got took.
But you said if you come back to my uncle's property, you're
Oh
gonna
yeah, I
get
told them
shot.
if they came back to my uncle's property, they were gonna get shot for real. Because I didn't think they got shot.
Oh, okay.
I thought they was just acting.
I got you.
Let me ask you this question real quick. What did when you and Ozell were cooped up at the house when we got
Didn't say much.
anything? Listen, I don't want you to try and protect that guy,
Dude, I ain't protecting
I
nobody
know.
but Allie.
and that's the thing.
Yep.
Allie's the main one. I mean, that's we already talked about her and her relationship with you.
I
But
ain't protecting nobody but Allie. Allie didn't. She kind of did, but she didn't do shit. Right?
She wasn't the one out there pulling triggers and beating
She
the
wasn't
club.
beat nobody up. All this was I was gonna hit dude one time, knock him out, take his pot.
And then this guy,
I wasn't even gonna take his money. I didn't care about his money. I just wanted his pot.
and then the beer when that came.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
beer when the beer was like a bonus. I didn't find out.
we
about the
just
beer until after.
because we don't want Ozell to punk you. I mean, quite frankly, when we talk to him, you don't think he's gonna try to punk you, throw you in the bus, make you feel like you're the. But I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It is what it is. I mean,
But
if he does, he does. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like that and say, "Hey, this motherfucker was the one that shot his bastard in her face."
Yeah.
Like I can't.
You just
do that.
know you think that both of them pulled the trigger or something.
No, he said that they both did, but he didn't know which one.
Did you talk to both of them or just those of them?
Just Ozell. I don't know where the other dude went to. I don't even know where Ozell went to after that because me and Ozell, we walked to separate places. I walked to Kyle's all night. I got to Kyle's this morning, and Kyle picked me up and had Ozell in the car.
Okay, and that's how you ended up with Ozell at that house.
And we were sitting there. I don't fuck with him like that. I don't fuck with niggers like that.
Right,
I wouldn't even pass him a blunt to him.
right.
I was sitting there smoking with Kyle. I wouldn't acknowledge the dude or nothing.
But he said that they both shot.
Yeah, he was sitting there talking to Kyle, and
what was he saying to Kyle?
he told Kyle how it went down, and told Kyle that that he was just scared, didn't know what to do.
That never, you're 100% sure. I'm just trying to jog your memory that he didn't remember. You don't remember if he said passenger side, driver side, guy that ran.
Or you don't remember him saying anything after I shot that?
The guy that was driving was the dude in the blue shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That was the dude that was driving. So that's the only thing I know about passenger and driver's side. Dude was
Right.
driving was passenger. The big dude that looked like Eddie G was in the passenger side.
So dude in the blue, who shot him?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know which guy was on that side of the car. You're 100% sure.
I don't know which one. It was both. They both was like one was over here, one was over here, and one was over here, and one was over here, and they were gone.
Okay.
And the only thing that was left was that jar of pot and that beer.
What did they get?
I don't know.
When Ozell taught you, what did, I mean, I'm sure he said was disappointed consider how it went. He probably said, I only got this.
He was mad because he didn't get nothing.
He didn't get no money.
They didn't get nothing.
No
Dude.
phone.
No, I got the pot. And that's it. They wanted me to split the pot. And I was like, dude, I already smoked it.
And drank the beer?
I gave him a beer because I didn't drink it. I carried it with me.
Okay. So did y'all met back up that night for momentarily at some point along the way?
I mean, no, I walked through, you know where Gustafson's is?
Yeah.
I walked through Gustafson's.
Okay.
And I came out on North Road, not the North Road gate, but the next gate. And I kept walking up Passetti. And Kyle picked me up on his way back. Like on his way back through, he picked me up.
Did you call him or something?
Yeah,
How did
you
he
call
do?
him and tell him to pick you up.
No, he see me. He was at my house last night and all that shit was. He wasn't there when all the shit was going on. He was there afterwards and shit.
So how did you know?
He was
how
supposed
did,
to
how
come.
did Ozell call him and pick him up?
No. I don't know. I think Kyle came into town and went and got Ozell. Went and got some pot or something. I don't know. But KT had no. He knew about it because he came to my house and he was talking to the cops and shit while they were flipping my house.
Right.
And he talked to my nana and stuff. But
What did they do with the guns?
I don't know. I wasn't with them. I ran through Gus's.
Okay.
They ran east.
Alright. So no idea what they would have done with the guns. But they obviously both had a gun because you said they both shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was him taking homeboy's gun and
Right.
one of them had a gun. I don't know.
Who did you see with a gun at the house? Allie said one person in specific was showing the gun.
The nigga that turned the power on, I don't know who that is. I don't know his name. I can't give you a name because I don't know.
He was showing a gun?
Yeah, he showed a pistol, but bitch didn't have nothing in it. That was a little airsoft pistol, dude. I'm not dumb.
Right. Okay. Alright, I'm going to read this to you. It's the exact same wording, okay? So I'm going to read it to you once. Well, if you understand it, I'm going to have you initial it, and then I'm going to show you the photo lineups, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So you'll be asked to view a group of photos of individuals. It is just as important to clear innocent persons from suspicion as to identify guilty parties, okay? The person of interest may or may not be in this photo array, and the photos are not in any particular order. You should not feel that you have to make an identification. If you do identify someone, I will have you designate the photograph of the person that you identified. Regardless of whether you make an identification, we will continue to investigate this incident, okay? The photos will be shown to you simultaneously and are not in any particular order. Take as much time as you need to examine the photos. Since this is an ongoing investigation, you should not discuss the identification process or the results outside of this room. You understand all the instructions?
Yeah.
Alright, could you just initial there and there so you understand them? Thank you. And thank you. Alright. I'll show you the first one.
Dude, they all look the same. Just different facial hair. And different haircuts. Except this one, this dude got a pudge nose. Or he's got a pointy nose. That ain't that one. I was locked up with dude right there. It wasn't that dude. It wasn't this dude. No, I lied, bro. It might have been. I'm stuck right now because two of them look the same.
Which one you stuck on?
These two look the same. So
Look at the pictures or take your time. I'm not going to, influence or ask you to do anything.
I couldn't tell you because when he got there at my house, it was already dark.
Right.
Like, we was
This
out
is the
on-
first time you've ever seen this
Yes.
other guy?
First time I ever hung out with him, dude.
Okay. When you look at it, if you know which one it is, you tell me. If not, then we'll just keep going, okay?
You got another one?
I got the one that's gonna have Ozell in it, potentially.
Yeah, I don't see Ozell on this one.
Right.
Dude, it's one of these two. I don't know.
Okay. So you think it would either be number 2 or number 4?
Yeah, one of them.
Alright, so on this sheet of paper right here, just say I was unable to select any photo being the person who, you know, I can't give you wording, with hair, blah, 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 blah.
Person who was in the photo.
Check that little box right there. Alright. So you couldn't pick the guy that was part of the robbery. That's basically
It was either 4 or 2, 2 or 4, whatever you want to do it.
so 2 or 4. Alright, let's do the same thing one more time, okay?
That's Ozell though.
Alright, we'll circle the one that you're saying, Zozo. What number is it? Circle it, put out.
The dot?
Let's circle the whole picture. And then put your initials.
I gotta put my name on this shit.
Your initial.
Your initials. It's part of the process, right?
No, it's just gonna be on Discovery, dude.
Everything's on Discovery, man. You're gonna be allowed to.
I don't give a damn. But
Initial.
dude, that's my name and shit. That's like my credibility and shit. Like, what if they go after my son over that?
Brother, here's
Right.
the deal.
I've been here for 17 years, and not one of my cases have ever resulted in victim retaliation. Not one of mine ever.
Well,
I've only ever heard of one ever my whole life being here today.
I went after Jimmy Joe. Jimmy Joe snitched on me. I went after him, dude.
Yeah. Well, you're not snitching when you're just telling the truth. You're telling the truth on yourself. If you come here and go, I didn't have anything to do with it, these 2 motherfuckers did it, you're snitching.
Yeah.
You're just telling me the story at this point.
But I'm giving you his name.
That's Ozo.
Do y'all have any statements written by somebody else saying y'all already know his name and shit?
Ozo?
Yeah.
I told you his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have got that from anybody.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, where did we? He ran out the back door.
Dude, I was just trying not to have my name in somebody else's Discovery and be labeled as a snitch.
Okay, here's the deal. You were with him at the house, right, when you stayed, and he ran out the back door.
He ran out the back door. He took off running out the front of the house.
Okay, he ran.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, can you just do me a favor? Let me hold this. You were shown a photo line of 6 photos, okay?
Uh-huh.
So just check the one right here that says you picked, what number you picked.
Number 6.
Hmm. And who is he?
I don't know his last name, but Ozell, and I don't even know how to spell that.
And was Ozell part of the robbery?
Yeah.
Just write some version of whatever there then, okay?
Ozell, what do I say?
Let's see, I can't give you the word.
He was
but
at my house.
part of the robbery. Something to do with the robbery.
At my house when shit went down.
Does that mean he was a part of the robbery?
I guess that's way.
Just call it what it. Just call it what it is instead of saying shit went down. Just call it what it is.
I can't. I'm not trying to be a snitch. Listen, the only way that I can do this is if y'all turn Allie loose.
I can't turn it loose.
I can't like reduce her sentence something stupid like a
Here's
simple
the thing.
battery or something.
She has cooperated 100%. We've provided that information to the state attorney's office, and we're gonna let them do whatever they do with it. Okay? I can't let her go.
What else? What's her charge exactly?
Robbery and felony murder.
Feeling which murder as in which degree?
Felony murder.
Felony
because
murder.
she was involved in a robbery that resulted in a death. Everybody's gonna get charged with the same thing initially.
What about Jit?
Nothing. Really.
I don't charge her with nothing. She ain't do nothing. Dude. We took her phone.
I
No,
believe
we
it.
did.
I believe it. That's why we didn't charge her.
Right.
But we need this to get, the adults have to own up, do what they gotta do, okay? Fill out a little thing, sign right here for me, and let's just move on. Listen to me, look at me. It's on video.
Yeah, you've already.
It's already done.
We're already down this road, brother. This is just formality at this point.
This whole thing is completely above board. It's all on video. So you're picking them is all here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to go through the technicalities with you.
How long before I get to the Clay County Jail?
Let's finish up talking.
Can I call my
want you
baby?
to-
Can I call my baby mama and talk to her? Cause she won't answer the phone for the jailhouse.
Yeah.
This will probably be the last time I ever get to talk to her.
Okay. I don't see a problem with that. It's gonna be just her and it's gonna have to be quick. You understand what I'm saying?
When she'll answer, I don't know if she will or not.
Alright. Alright, just sign there. And then date right beside it.
I don't know what it is then.
7/10.
7/10, 16. Alright, I'm gonna let you run me back through it one more time so I know I got all the details, just like you did out there, okay?
Alright.
So it's
Can I go
kinda-
outside and smoke a cigarette?
After we get done.
We're gonna do probably one or the other. Phone call or cigarette, cause I got to get this done. Alright? But we'll figure.
Cigarette, I'll write her a letter.
Okay, alright, so go ahead.
Alright. So I'm gonna start from when I woke up.
Okay.
Okay, when I woke up at like, the sun hit me at like 10. My Aunt Tiffany, technically, if I look it up, it's gonna be my sister. My sister Tiffany, she came out of the house. I was asleep on the couch inside the hot house. And she was on the phone with my nana, says, he's on asleep on the couch. Well, I just roll back over and close my eyes, and she leaves. And then the next thing I know, when I get up, there's a party going on out there.
Hmm.
I don't have any cigarettes. I got tobacco from Blunt Guts. But
Right.
I got rolling paper, so I rolled me a cigarette. And I'm sitting on the couch on the porch smoking it. And Dakota walks out there and says, "Are you smoking pot?" No, but I'm smoking tobacco. He said, "Well, you shouldn't be smoking either. Why don't you just ask Dylan for a dip?" I said, "I can't dip. My teeth hurt, buddy."
Right.
The wheels got inside. About 2 hours later, the party's over. But in between the party and over, I went over to my neighbor's house, and I brought him a bunch of pot. We sat and smoked a bunch of pot.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Y'all ain't gonna go after these people. I'll tell y'all about the pot. Yeah, don't worry about the
I don't
pot,
care
dude.
about the
'Cause I'm just being
No.
honest with y'all."
Just tell me the story. I'm
Yeah.
here for this incident.
Alright. So over there, we smoked a bunch of pot. And I calm, I'm chilled out and relaxed. I'm all stressed. I've been stressed out because Allie got my power, pretty much Allie got my power turned off, so I argued with my nana.
Right.
And it's crazy and shit. But I love Allie to death. I'm not gonna be like, "Allie, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of my house."
And she takes a little wake of destruction everywhere she goes.
Yes, she does.
Alright, but go ahead.
Well, I went over to my neighbors, who smoked, they calmed down and shit. I went back to my house, rolled another cigarette, sat there for like 30, 45 minutes, and then the food comes out there. My little cousin brings the food out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I walk back over to my neighbors, I eat a little bit, I smoke a joint pot, and I walk back to my neighbors, and we're sitting, I use this phone, and I message Celeste, say, "Hey, where's Allie?" "Well, we're on the way back to your house." "Alright." I said, I asked her if she had any cigarettes. They said, "Yeah." When I get there, my little buddy Michael's there, so I make Michael give me a cigarette. Oh, like, about an hour into us hanging out and shit, just all we're doing is just hanging out. We're not doing nothing. We're not smoking, nothing. And Michael leaves, goes to the store. My buddy Josh, he pulls up, takes Michael to the store. Michael gets me some bag of cigarettes and sends them back with Josh, and pulls up with another kid, like my sister's elementary school boyfriend. We're sitting here for like an hour. Homeboy dude that I couldn't figure out which one was which.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting up on the car. It was dark and shit. Like, he was sitting up on the car just hanging out, just minding his business. Whenever they turn the power on. So we all go in the house, and Allie's was acting like a retard, turning the lights on and shit. So I'm taking all the bulbs out, and we're sitting there and we're thinking we're out of pot. I'm like, "Allie, call one of these dope boys, tell them to bring the pot over and shit." And he was like, "Why don't we just take the pot?" "Fuck yeah, we gonna take all this shit." So Allie messages the little dope boy that got arrested. I think it was like last week or some shit on Thunder Road.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I guess was zanied up and was acting like a walking Xanax, was forgetting to leave or some shit. So she messages another one. Well, this dude comes to it. First time he passes the house, he goes,
What's the name you told me earlier?
Colt, I think
Okay.
that's his name.
Alright,
I'm not sure.
it's close.
We go to he pulls up and then he keeps driving. He goes to the gas station. I guess they get beer.
Mhm.
Like calls Ali, says, "Hey, I'm getting beer." It's like 10-2.
Right.
So I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
That's when the beer comes in.
You know?
Yeah.
So I go outside and I wait on him to pull up. Well, those two, they're creeping. They can't come up. So dude pulls in and we run by the trash can.
And you said you gave them shirts to cover their faces.
Yeah, they had church at like 10 o'clock.
Oh, you gave them to them way early in the night.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were ready from about
No, I was trying to hit the homeboy that was
the first one.
Xanax to a fucking 17-year-old. That's the one I wanted to hit.
Right.
I wanted to hit him in his shit because he was feeding Xanax. Like, dude's got like bottles and bottles and bottles. Y'all already caught him, so it don't matter.
Right.
But he had like fucking bags and shit of Xanax. I wanted to hit his ass.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about his Xanax and shit. I wanted his pot because I heard he had like pounds of pot on him and shit.
Okay.
Alex said this dude had a pot, so we got this dude. And shit went sour, I guess.
Tell that story. You got to tell me that whole thing one more time. Make sure I get because everything is exactly what you said out there. So it's really starting to flow the way the story's a lot easier to tell when you're telling the truth. Is the bottom line. That's why it sounds the same.
I'm shaky. I'm still shaky right now. So there's more to it, dude. I'm just shaking. I can't calm down.
Well,
I gotta be outside to calm down.
Well,
I can't. I got claustrophobia.
I gotta do it. I gotta do this.
I know. It's y'all's job to like lock me in this bitch and question the fuck out of me and shit.
How about what? Have you really if I browbeat you or anything? Or have I
Yeah.
just been honest and
Yeah,
straightforward?
you've been straight up with me. I'm trying to be straight up with y'all. I'm not.
So you say the boy Colt pulls up, and you told me out there in like in a Chevy truck,
Chevy or Ford, I couldn't tell.
Chevy or
It was
something, and it was
motherfucker.
dark colored.
I don't know what color it was.
I thought you said dark color. Okay. Anyway,
I thought it was white.
all right.
I thought it was a white truck.
Anyway, so he pulls up in the truck. Colt, you know who he is.
No, I don't know. I don't even know this kid. I just
Alright.
know his name.
Just know his name's Colt. Okay.
That's what I think his name is.
Close enough.
And I don't know if he's driving or not because he said he was with friends.
Right.
So that's the only reason I got involved because they said with friends. Oh, friends, okay. Well, there's how many friends? He said 3.
Okay.
All right, well let's go.
All right. So when you and Ozo and the other black male that you couldn't pick out, you told me out there that y'all went out and were hiding in the bushes. You had the lights off, right?
No, we weren't hiding in the bushes. We were behind my house.
Behind your house. I'm sorry.
Not
Thank
behind
you
it,
for
but
now
behind it.
you're able to correct me, so you're doing good. All right. So you're riding. What next?
All right, they pull in and they stop. They're acting all sketchy, and then they go in or they get out. Like they're starting to get out the truck. Homeboy in the driver's seat gets out, walks behind his truck, and then goes back up the passenger side to my railing. And he starts walking up my stairs, and as he's doing that, he gets hit.
By
I don't know.
one of the two. Like
Yeah, one of those.
by hit, you mean punched or
No,
tackled?
he's just pinned up against the thing, and the dude's talking about give me your shit.
Okay.
And
Do they walk back around or something to the?
no, he's
some point?
pinned up. He's got him pinned up right here.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude in the truck gets out and tackles him. One of the black dudes. Well, the other black dude was trying to snatch the door open on the truck to get homeboy out, get homeboy in the back out. And he stops that, runs over, grabs dude that's on top of one of the niggers, or his nephew, brother, dad, whatever, pulls him off. And after that, I heard a shot, but I seen a muzzle flash close to the truck on the passenger side, and it went up like the bullet went in the air.
Mm-hmm. But you said it kind of looked like it was inside the truck.
Yeah, kind of. Cause I seen the flash, and I was
Right.
over here messing with the beer.
Yeah. Okay.
I just picked up the pot.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at the beer, and then kid took off running. As I was loading the beer up, kid took off running, and I hit him with a 2-piece.
Right.
No, I lied, dude. Fuck. I'm so nervous.
Now,
I can't-
explain. Let me ask about the 2-piece. Meaning 1, 2.
Yeah, he was.
But where did you hit him? Face,
in
gut,
his
stomach,
jaw.
Okay. Well, I'm sad. We
Just making sure.
just making sure we're.
I didn't know what he was running straight at me.
I didn't know if you sat there and popped
No,
him
dude,
twice.
I didn't
Okay.
try to like.
I just didn't
I
know if
wasn't
you.
trying to hurt the kid. I was
No, I
trying to
know.
knock him
No,
out
I
with
know.
his stuff,
Stop.
dude.
You know, well,
Yeah.
you can pop somebody in the gut and make them lose their breath. And that's one thing I was asking. Where did it hit?
Oh, no, I hit him in his
Okay.
chin, but I didn't hit him that hard. I
Okay.
was stepped back with him.
All right. So when you hear the gunshot, you forgot the part about where you were messing with a guy on the ground.
Yeah, I did, dude. I keep forgetting shit.
All right, so-
I'm nervous as fuck.
That's okay. So it's before all that you're messing with a guy on
I'm
the
telling
ground.
you, if I get out of this claustrophobic ass room,
I
can.
gotta get the story one
Okay.
time and you're gonna understand. Okay. So you
Y'all can't like video me on his phone. I know y'all videoing me. and shit.
work that way.
No. And we follow rules, okay?
I
This
know.
is what we do.
Alright, I'm
So-
gonna try this one more time.
All right.
I keep leaving parts out because I'm getting nervous, dude.
I understand. Well, hey, listen. It's okay.
Yeah, don't be nervous.
okay.
We've gotten this far.
I know, dude. I'm already guilty as fuck, and
Nothing's gonna change.
I'm going for a long time. I get that. I already said to my face, I'm going, dude. I'm just Well, I'm not nervous for me. I'm nervous for Allie.
Well, here's the deal. Allie came completely, and every detail was completely accurate.
Yeah, no, just tell the right story.
Yeah.
It's right on time.
And that's where, and you were going good. You had that whole story up till the time you got to the
Yeah,
house.
it's stressful because you know of that there was someone that got hurt, and no matter what, if you've got a conscience, that doesn't feel.
Dude, I do. That's why I don't use guns. I don't need to.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Not like a man.
You deal like a man, not like a. I ain't gonna go there, but anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Dude, I'm not some little Jacksonville thug nigga running around shooting people and shit. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Right. So at any rate, I mean, you said that y'all come out from behind the house, right? So go from there again and try to remember
From the house? Come out from behind the
come out,
house?
yeah.
Okay. Corner driveway. We're right here behind the house.
Mhm.
I'm laying. You know what a plank is? I'm planking on the ground pretty much, trying to keep my legs. I got these shorts on.
Uh-huh.
I got long socks. I got socks on, and I'm trying to keep my ankle, like my shin and shit, from getting dirt and everything on. I'm not trying to get dirty.
Right.
I got my hands holding everything else up.
Okay.
Those two are kind of doing the same thing. And as soon as homeboy gets out the truck and starts walking towards his tailgate and goes up my stairs, one of the niggers jumps up and takes off running and hits him. One of them runs to the back of the truck. No. One goes to the driver's seat. I don't know what the fuck he does there.
Okay.
He's fast as fuck. Driver's seat, passenger seat. Or no, back, driver's seat, back seat, passenger seat. Gun goes.
Runs around.
He's like this, all over the place, dude.
Okay. You don't know which one it was.
No,
Okay.
they both look the same.
All right.
I can tell you one had a Hollister shirt over his face and one had a Harley shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Did one have some writing on the shirt and one didn't, maybe?
All I remember is one was a Hollister shirt and one was a Harley shirt, because they were my shirts.
Over the head. Okay.
No, they were
Over the face. Yeah.
like Taliban.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taliban type shirt.
Sheriff and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the guy that got out of the truck and walked to the back, he's kind of getting pinned up by one of them.
Yeah, he was getting pinned up, and then he gets the black dude gets tackled, and then the other black dude runs over there and smacks the dude, smacks him with something, and the dude falls on the ground. And he gets up again, gets in the truck. Homeboy that looks like AG gets in the truck, shoots the gun, and then I think he was the one that pulled the trigger first time and shot it in the air, trying to scare somebody. Well, at that time, dude runs from the dude.
One of the black guys, you think fired a warning shot?
No, I think the
white guy.
Yeah, the white guy was in passenger seat, shot the warning shot up in the air.
Okay.
And then I think the gun got took, and I think he got beat with the gun, and then that dude finally calmed down and gave the shit up.
Right.
Well, dude in the blue shirt didn't want to calm down and give the shit up. He kept on running.
Uh-huh.
Or not, he was trying to fight and shit.
Right.
Well, he got up and came at me, and I hit him with a two-piece.
Right.
I was walking from, I didn't take off running yet. I was walking from my trash cans, where my trash cans are, up at the road. I kind of walked into it because they done took off and did everything.
Mm.
So I was like laid back and shit. I wasn't involved yet. I did it. I took most of it. But
How many gunshots did you hear?
3.
3.
Very good. So, okay. So keep going. We haven't got to that part yet. We still haven't done the guy on the ground, and we haven't got to where someone gets shot yet.
But the first one I heard sounded like a 40.
Okay.
The next one that I heard, it sounded like a little bottle rockets, dude.
Okay.
So
You hear a one that sounds bigger caliber, like a 40 caliber.
Yeah, and then one sounds like a bottle rocket, like it was muffled and sounded like.
Now, was that before the one you saw with the muzzle flash inside the truck, or was
No,
that?
the muzzle flash is the one that sounded like a 40.
That was the first one. Okay.
Yep. And then the next two were muffled, and they sounded like a bottle rocket.
Okay. And do you remember which side of the vehicle that those shots were on? The guy was on that shot?
One was in front of the truck, and then one was over here next to the driver's side.
Okay, and you don't know which guy for sure
No.
pulled that trigger on that situation. And Ozell didn't tell you anything other than he pulled a trigger, but you don't know if he's the one that killed him or not.
Pretty much.
Okay. When in the process did you go down there and check the guy's pockets and not find a wallet?
I didn't even check his pockets. I just asked him if he had anything.
You said
But
you
that
just did a
was-
little pat down like this.
I didn't even touch him. I helped him up. I grabbed him by his shirt and pulled him up and said, "Get the fuck out of here."
At any time did you see any blood or anything on him?
No, that's why I didn't think he got shot. Dude. That's why I told him. I said, "Listen, y'all come back, my uncle."
Not the
was
one,
shooting."
not the one that said I got shot. Remember that there was another skinny kid on the ground. You told me out there. You did kind of pat him down and ask him for his wallet.
I might have, dude. I'm like I said, I'm getting mad.
I know, I understand. Out there, you told me very fluidly. I get it. It's a little different, but
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic, dude. I hate being.
and you're pretty confident you hit the guy that got shot. You hit Cole.
Yeah, I hit Colt with a 2-piece.
Yeah, and he had already been shot at that
I
point.
don't think he'd been shot.
Not yet.
I don't even think that kid got shot, dude. Y'all have to show me a.
Colton is dead from a
Colton's
gunshot.
Was he the one, the owner of the vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he get shot at?
I can't tell you that much detail.
Because
You told me you
Just
looked in
know-
the face and
just-
said I'm shot.
Just
Yeah,
know
he-
it's fatal.
he looked me in the face and said, "I was shot." I said, "Dude, show me where." I don't believe him. But he wouldn't show me. He had no blood on him nowhere.
Yeah,
He was shot.
he was shot and it killed him.
Was it in the gut or something?
It was in the area where you're not gonna.
Necessarily bleed a lot externally.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But he died.
Unfortunately, man, he was young.
That shit didn't need to happen, bro. He was just in his house beating. I was gonna take his pot.
Over some weed and some beer.
And so you got a mason jar with pot in it.
Mm-hmm.
You went to the porch, grabbed something, come back, get 4, 5, 6 beers.
No.
You couldn't get the cooler because it was strapped or whatever to the.
I was gonna take the
Truck.
cooler and just walk with a
Damn
cooler.
right, it's a Yeti.
Oh, what?
It's a Yeti.
Oh,
You don't even know what a Yeti is.
no.
Never
It's like
seen the
$350 cooler, right?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't have that kind of money, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a $350 cooler. That one he has in the back of his truck. It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. But
Buy a lot of beer with that.
well, I mean, I understand that you're kind of muffled on the details a little bit. You told the same story basically. They obviously ended up having guns. You basically pat one little dude down that's on the ground. You get some beer. You get some weed out of there. You punch the guy that got shot. Your original intention was just to fight everybody and take their shit. And when it got out of control, they shot some people.
Dude, it didn't even get out of control.
It didn't have to go down like that, did it?
Dude, they had their ass beat and everything. They was fucked up.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not trying to insinuate anything when I say this, so don't take it the wrong way, okay? But you're not afraid of Ozell, are you?
I ain't afraid of nobody, but I ain't trying to snitch on nobody. I'm
No,
not trying to have
no.
somebody go after my baby or my son.
No, I understand that. I completely understand what your
Because
mind of thinking
now
is.
that I'm getting charged with murder, I'm gonna
Well-
be locked up. I
well,
won't be able to protect my baby or my
do
son.
you think that Ozell is not?
No, that motherfucker took off running.
But he's getting locked up.
He's getting locked
He
up.
might get locked up, but he ain't locked up right now.
Okay.
My baby mama's not.
Do you think that have you watched you've been, of course, before you were picked up, did you have a cell phone?
No, I don't have a phone.
No,
I have a tablet that's at my house.
Was anybody calling you?
I don't know, dude.
I'm gonna finish up the paperwork real quick so this don't take forever.
You got it. All I'm trying to do, brother, is trying to touch base in the simple fact of this is I believe everything you're saying. I do. The only and from a man to a man, because I've messed up my time in life 28 times.
No, I'm about to
Yeah,
at least 20.
yeah, we know. Well, what I'm saying, we've all messed up. I've screwed up. I've screwed up too. All right. But when I screwed up, I did man up to what I did, just like you have, and I understand that. But I also, when I get in this situation, guess who I care about? Me.
I don't give a shit about me right now. Right now, I'm
Yeah.
worried about my baby mama and my son.
Okay.
because
But I understand
none of these do some fuck
But
shit.
you have to be able to worry about your baby mamas and your son, won't you?
Yeah, I'm worried
Okay.
about him right now. Like,
So
I
you
can do-
you want to make sure that he is locked up.
Y'all ain't gonna catch him.
Come on now, give us some credit, brother. Give us some credit.
I can't even tell you other dude's name.
It's okay.
I don't even know his name, dude. I
It's-
can't identify him or nothing. And
Let me ask you a question.
what if he him and like Ozell or Ken?
Do you know where that guy's at?
No, I don't know none of them. That I didn't run with him. I went They went east. I went into Gus's.
This is the only question is, now I want to be straightforward with you. We just want to know what he said to you, because I'm going to be honest with you. We have the other man, the other black guy, he's with us. Okay?
The one that I can't pick out.
We don't need you to pick him out. We have other people to pick him out. So that's what I'm trying to say is, we want to know, this is my question. I want to know what Ozell said to you when he picked you up. That's all I care about. I want to know, what did he tell you? Did he say he pulled the trigger and killed that boy?
No.
He never said that? What did he say to you in there? I know what the small talk was, because like I said, when I messed up, I called my boy and said, dude, you won't believe what the heck I just did, man. I'm screwed. We do that. We're going to do that. We have to have a out. We have to be able to talk to somebody. We just can't keep that built up inside.
No, dude, I was high. I didn't want. I'm talking to y'all right now. First people I talked to since I've been sober, dude.
I know. And you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
No, I'm not. I'm shaking. I can't stop.
Well, I'm gonna try to get you out and go have a cigarette. You gotta let me work on that. Okay, it's not an easy task. All right, it's not an easy task. But when you were with him, honestly, did he say anything to you about killing that boy or pulling the trigger or anything like that?
No, he says that he didn't do it.
Ozell said he didn't do it.
Ozell said that he didn't pull the trigger and he didn't kill that boy.
But who said, what did he say about it happened?
He said that he don't think that they did it. He said they think that they did it themselves. They was fighting with a gun or something.
I don't know about all that, but
That's what Oz told me. The words that came out of his mouth, he says that I don't think we shot those people. I think they shot themselves by accident when we was fighting, when we was all fighting.
well, there's multiple guns, so there's obviously somebody had one in that group. So
Yeah.
like I said, I just want you to be. I just feel you're scared about something.
I'm scared about my son and my baby mama. Somebody going
Well-
after him because that's already happened before. Somebody already went out because of David Earls. David Earls, his co-defendant was a gangster disciple,
Mhm.
and he pretty much told on his co-defendants. And gangster disciples went after my baby mama, and I had to get involved.
Okay. That's because that they were not the people that weren't involved, the snitches or whatever, they didn't get arrested. The people that were.
No, they had brothers on the outside. They had like,
So do you know if Ozell's part of a gang?
I don't know.
Okay. Then.
But I'm not trying to take that chance because I didn't know Josh, whatever his name is. You can probably look him up, dude. His co-defendant's name is David Earls.
Okay.
But his name is Joshua or something. And he's a G. He wasn't the one. He was locked up in the Clay County jail. And there was people going and driving by my baby mama's house. They would pull in the yard and sit there for 15 minutes. They were terrorizing her. And they got to the point where they'd confront her. They'd mess with her. They'd sit and fuck with her. So I said, fuck it. And I went and stayed with her for 2 weeks. And every time somebody came up in the yard, I had to fight them.
Where's your baby's mom live at?
North Road.
Okay.
But she don't even know. She probably knows about it now. But me and her haven't been all over the death. That's my baby mama. But I'm a whore. I'm not happy with one.
Okay.
And so,
When was the last time you saw her?
February.
I had asked just a couple more questions. Should have asked them while I was in here, to be honest with you, but it's a valid point to me. All right. One, I caught it when I was in here, and I was planning on asking you a little bit later, but I was going to ask you now, okay? Knowing a 40 caliber was a pretty specific thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 40 caliber that guy had.
Yeah.
So I don't think you guessed that.
No, dude, I did. For real, I know guns, but I don't know them like that.
Yeah.
But
Did you see that gun?
No, I didn't see no guns. I seen one gun whole time.
And who had it?
One of the niggers, bro.
You don't know which one?
No.
Okay. Here's the deal. They're serving a search warrant at the house on Martin Luther King Boulevard right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Are any of the guns going to be there?
No.
Okay, because
Take me out of this room.
if they're going to be there,
Alright, how about this? Take me out of this room, let me go smoke a cigarette, and
You'll
let me
tell
talk
me where
to
they
you.
are?
Let me talk to you. No, I'm not saying that. Take me out there, and let me talk to you some more about Allie, and then we might have something.
all right, one more time. Last
Listen.
time he rode me into craziness.
No, listen, you can get out there and smoke a cigarette away from that right there. I know there's a camera right there.
Okay.
Or something.
Okay.
And if there ain't one out there where I can talk quiet.
All right, give me just. I gotta get every time we walk out there. I gotta tell the boss we're doing it. I'll be right back.
Alright. You think if I get the guns that I know where they're at, dude. I've been lying to y'all. If I show you where the guns are at,
Are they-
cooperate 100%, we all drop alley shit.
I told you that before. We cannot make that promise.
Can
We can talk to the
Katie
state.
come in here and tell me that if I cooperate 100%, she will be able to cooperate with. She'll get the state to cooperate and drop alley shit, get her on probation, felony probation,
Katie?
whatever. Katie Pageant.
Katie has no dog in this fight, brother.
All right, they said yes one more time then. All right.
Come on.
I got some water on my way out.
Yeah, we'll get